What's really good? This is my favorite time of the day. I get to hang out with the crew, talk DFS basketball. Nothing better in life, man. Nothing better in life. What's up? What's up, guys? What's up? What's going on? Human Paradox. I love you, man. I saw you in the Roto chat shouting me out, spreading that love. Appreciate the love for that, man. Appreciate the love, Human Paradox. Those guys blocked me. I can still see the video and what everyone else is saying, but I've noticed for like the last 2 days, every time I type something in the comment box, I'm not able to get a response. It's like I'm getting ignored. So I signed in under my other Google account, and I realized that I was blocked. I signed in for my cell phone. I'm chatting. Every time I type something in, it wouldn't come up on the screen. So I'm like, these dudes done blocked me. I didn't do anything. I mean, I advertise my channel because I'm trying to grow, and they getting thousands of viewers. So yeah, I'm trying to expose my channel, and I get it. But if someone come in here, I'll be real with you. If someone come in here and starts advertising their channel, I'm not only gonna recommend that you guys look at their channel, I'm gonna look at their channel because that might help me better. Because I think my lineup advice is top notch. So when you go to them and you fail, then it's just gonna magnify me. Now, if I go to them and I succeed, then I'm gonna be like, yeah, I like this. I'm winning more money, and I'm gonna jump on that person's channel because that's the type of sport that I am. You know what I mean? I'm all about winning. I'm not about competition or not trying to. You know what I mean? So um, that's just my take on that. But nonetheless, I don't care. I don't care about that. As long as the people who ride with me have been successful and they can testify to that, I'm a happy guy, man. Riley Keenan, I shout you out in all my videos, man. You the man. That's a day one guy right there. Shout out to Demario Smith. He might not be in here, but he was also in that Roto chat room shouting me out and showing love, supporting it. As soon as him and Human Paradox did that, I got like 10 subscribers real quick. So the exposure was definitely there, and I think I'm just grateful again. Extending my gratitude. That's all I'm doing. I'm grateful for every bit of love. I'm not asking for any money. If you want to pay me for what I'm doing, just keep showing the love. Keep trying to help the community grow. Everything that everyone contributes is gonna help. All right. Shout out to Tim. He has some great ideas, and sometimes it takes me in a direction where I'm like, yeah, I like that thought, and I consider it. You know what I mean? So I'm not perfect. The first step to learning is to admit that you know nothing. So although I feel like I know quite a bit, there's still so much to learn. And if it's anyone that can help my growth, I'm willing. I'm all ears. All right. Now I'm not setting up anything for any donations. Human Paradox. That's not me. It's not my. I have a PayPal, but I would never share the information. That's just not me. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it, man. Just just keep coming to my show and help my community grow, and I'm satisfied with that. All right. Um, although I got Rush out of my lineup, I love Rush tonight. I have a good feeling about Rush. He's playing a lot of minutes, and he's a good play tonight. I think Rush gets about at least mid 20s. I think Rush gets mid 20s. Lavish Spears. I don't know if you were here yesterday, but yesterday we won. And the lineup struggled, and we did pretty well. We didn't just barely win. We won pretty well with a shitty lineup, chasing all the chalk. So um I feel great today. My lineup is within my system. I didn't compromise anything. I steered clear of the chalk. There's no reason for me not to win tonight. I really feel it. So um I feel good about tonight. In case you saw the video last night, and I'm just gonna change the screen over to the DraftKings stuff. Oh, I'm just gonna share this FanDuel lineup. I'm not good at it. I have not been winning at it, but I've been doing it every day, trying to get better. So whenever I lose, I realize what did I do wrong, and I'm improving on it because I want to be able to offer FanDuel advice. I think a lot of people are in the FanDuel system and they want advice. So I've been practicing and I'm trying to learn this system. I'm integrating myself more. It's costing me $1 a day because I haven't found any free contests over there. So I've been losing $1 a day trying to learn their system. So this is my FanDuel for tonight. Rubio, Dragic, Wesley Matthews, McCollum, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, James Johnson, Von Lay, and Mark Gasol. I think this one should be a winner. This one right here got a lot of firepower to it. So that's my FanDuel. I do not advise that anyone take FanDuel advice from me. I suck at FanDuel. I'm just doing this because I'm practicing. I want to be able to one day be good at it. I have not really invested a lot of time in FanDuel, but I'm starting to. And this is just where I'm going with FanDuel today. All right. Yes, definitely going with Solomon Hill today. Definitely going with Solomon Hill. But I'm pairing them up with Etuan Moore because I think that New Orleans kind of changed up their game a little bit. The front office threatened the coaching job, and since then they changed the way that they run the offense. And they've given the ball to Drew Holiday some more. They're getting the other people, but the big two really involved, and that's allowing people like Solomon Hill to have big games. People like Etuan Moore. Before, I feel like those guys were just like watching Drew Holiday and DeMarcus Cousins and AD, but now I feel like it's a team total effort. So I think one out of those two guys will blow up, and the other one will do average. But if I have them both, it'll average out and give me a good day. And then the rest of my lineup that I have around them are just so solid that I'm excited about it. Definitely in the green tonight. What do you think about Conley, Foy, Rush? All right, Foy and Rush are two very, very risky plays. So to have both of those can really cost you. Okay. It looks like you're trying to force Leonard in, and I love Leonard tonight. I think this is the type of matchup that will bring the best out of Leonard. But for 10K, the last time I told people to be careful, he went off. But I think it's a 50-50 thing with him. I don't want to really spend up. But if you look at Foy, he's been over 6 times value consistently. And I love Rush tonight. I think Rush is mid-20s. So I can say yes, that this, if my gut is real, Wayne, then your lineup will be high 30s. You might get some mid 300s with that one. But to have Rush and Foy is a little risky. I'll be very cautious with that. Green from Memphis is hit or miss. All right. He starts every game and he still doesn't do well. Frazier, I didn't like the other night, and he didn't do too well. People were saying, oh, he's starting, and he started and did nothing. The night that Frazier started, he did nothing. I like him better off the bench. What's up, folks? Put DK names here for invite for free tournament against us. DFS subscribers, I want to know who has the juice in here. That way I can know who advice to take and who not to. See, the thing, Poker Face, for me to join a contest is silly because I broadcast my lineup on my show every night pre-lock. So 50 people might be having the same lineup in that contest unless people are going in different direction and just taking my advice, which is cool. So you're part of the community, so you can go ahead and start a contest. My screen name is Destined to Win. So if you send me an invite, I'll join it, man. I'm gonna type my screen name. I don't even know how to spell it. Let me go to DraftKings really quick. Destined to Win, that's me. At first, I didn't really want to put it on here, and I'm going to be a little bit low with it because I don't want DraftKings coming down saying that I can't do this and I can't do that. I'm just giving advice and whatever, but I'm going to type it in. You can invite me. I'll join it, and I'll support it. But if you want to do something for the community and start one of those, then that's cool. I haven't lost money on FanDuel ever since I switched to only playing single entry. Yeah, the dollar entry, Georgia, that I do is a single entry, and I haven't really won. But I'm practicing. You think Jang? I'm not coming off Jang. Jang is my big favorite play for tonight. I love Jang for tonight. So a lot of people have been trying to tell me to get off Jang, but Jang is in a good spot. And he has good history against that team, too, if you look at the logs. I got blocked from that Roto live thing that they do. I don't care. Let's create a contest tonight. Yeah, send me the invite and I'll join it. I just typed my name in the search box, so I'm definitely down with that. I just don't have the I'd rather spend time researching this DFS stuff so I can help you guys out. But if anyone in the community, just like my boy Riley Keenan, he went and made a Twitter page to help the community. So you can always contribute to the community and do whatever you think is best. But my lineup is going to be broadcasted, and if you guys want to see how it do against your own thoughts, that's a good idea. That can help us see how we can grow, and people with good ideas can contribute, and it'll be a good thing. So um, I'm not opposed to that. I'm gonna head over to DraftKings and start getting into my lineup, why I like, who I like, and break it down. Before I do that, I don't beg for likes. I encourage you that if you don't like what I'm doing or you disagree with what I'm doing, hit the dislike button. But I just ask for some feedback. So either give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. All feedback is appreciated. If I get more thumbs, the day that I get more thumbs down than thumbs up, I will stop doing this. So that's why I need the feedback. I need you guys to show me that you appreciate and you like what I'm doing. So hit the thumbs up button. I also encourage you to subscribe. After you hit the subscribe button, also hit the little bell. When you hit the bell, it's just gonna alert you whenever I'm live or if I post a new video. And it's great content. If you look at the comment sections, people are pretty satisfied with the information that they have been learning from me. So go ahead, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down, and let me start. And I'll get back to the chat in a minute. You're gonna see two lineups here, but this Denzel Valentine was the most uncomfortable play for 4.5K. I know he just went on for 37. I get it. In a tough matchup in Utah. Denzel Valentine is hard. I put him in just to wait to see how news come out, but I reformulated my lineup. This is no longer my lineup. And before I get caught up in the show and forget to change it, let me just do it real quick. So this is my new lineup, okay? And the things that I did different, I got Marc Gasol in there because, let's get into some real analysis, right? Not just say who I like or who I don't like, but why I like and why I don't like them, right? Let's get into that stuff. Free. So New Orleans have these two big men now, Cousins and Anthony Davis. So when guys pick DFS lineup, they get worried. They're like, no, those guys are elites in the NBA. I'm gonna stay away from them. But me, I think with an open mind, I like to super analyze things. So what I did earlier was I looked at every team that New Orleans has played, and I pick on their centers. So they have played um, Minnesota, Miami, Portland, Toronto, and Detroit. Right? So Toronto, Detroit, Miami, Minnesota, and Portland, right? Then I look at each center that played this big Twin Towers, right? Karl Anthony Towns went there and dropped 46. Okay, that's cool. We like that. Hassan Whiteside went there and dropped 46. I like that. I like that a lot. Andre Drummond, I don't think he did very well, but he did well enough, right? He dropped 39 in only 29 minutes. It was a blowout game, so he didn't get a lot of run, but he pulled down 17 rebounds and dropped 40 in 29 minutes. You got to consider the amount of minutes that he played. So Drummond went there and had a field day, okay? Then I looked at Valanciunas, and Valanciunas went to New Orleans, and we talking about Valanciunas, guys, not Marc Gasol, Valanciunas. 45 fantasy points. So then I said, no, I have to get Marc Gasol, the track record. And then I looked at Marc Gasol, and I get it. Cousins wasn't there yet. But against this team, he's playing 40 minutes per game, and he's dropping 50 DFS points. Those are the type of analysis that's very hard to ignore. Okay, Marc Gasol can triple double on any given night. He's have high assist, high rebound numbers, so he doesn't even have to score. So imagine he goes off for like 30 points tonight and triple double. He just triple double against Atlanta. I don't see why he can't do it against New Orleans. Love Marc Gasol tonight. He emerged as one of my favorite plays as the day went along. All right. I like to play two centers, and I really like DeAndre Jordan. It's just that they're on a back to back. Then they got like a game off, another game, a game off, and then another back to back over the weekend. So I don't think Doc Rivers. I guess the NBA has been telling players, teams not to. The NBA has been telling teams not to rest players without giving notice, so that people know what's going on. But and that's to what I was saying. Teams should not be resting players. If you're concerned about the health of the players, do what the Clippers did last night. I was watching the Clippers game and they played their big guys, got a good lead, sit their big guys. Then the bench came in, preserved the lead, so they didn't go back to their big guys. They preserved their minutes. And that's respectful to the ticket purchasers because at least they still get to see these players play. They don't have to see them sit out. They still get to see the players play, and the players don't have to play a full 30 minutes. They could play low 20s if the win is guaranteed, and it's a win situation for everyone. But see, people like LeBron, he's not with that. And the reason LeBron is not with that is because he's trying to create this legacy where his points per game and assists per game and all these per game stats are held up. So if he's not going to go all out, he doesn't want to play because he's worrying about his per game and winning championships and all this stuff. So it's a statistic driven league, and I get it. But love Mark Gasol. I took DeAndre Jordan out because I think that they're going to be limited, these players tonight. I said all that to say that I think those guys are going to be limited. Last night I had him. He did very well in the amount of minutes that he's played. But as we see the trend in the last couple games, they're limiting the minutes. So the upside is not going to be 50. Now, if it's a matchup that I think should be close or one that's going to determine some playoff seeding, I know they have some games coming up where they're going to want to run these guys some more. I'm picking on DeAndre Jordan. As long as he's under 7.5K, I am going to pick him any given night. I don't care what the matchup is. I'm being honest. But it has to be a team that's in playoff contention or a team that they're fighting for seeding, or it has to be some type of purpose for the game for me to get to those guys. Or if they were on the East Coast and the game was starting at 7 o'clock, yes, because at 6:50, when that last minute news come out, I can react to it. But in DeAndre Jordan case, his game doesn't start until 10:30 tonight. That's way after lock. I'm very, very concerned about it. So I'm going to stay away from him. And I went to Mike Conley. I think a Conley Gasol stack is okay. Gasol fits my system. I don't have to compromise my system to get him in. He does have some games where he struggled to hit 40s. But when I look at those games, um, San Antonio is a little tough. Bigs have a problem in San Antonio. Same could be said about Milwaukee. This Milwaukee game was a blowout. Right? I do look at that. It was a blowout game. He almost had a triple double, but I think he kind of slowed down after the game got out of hand. Atlanta was a blowout. I don't think tonight is going to be a blowout. Clippers game was a blowout. Brooklyn game was a blowout. So I think this one stays close. And if the game stays close, I think Conley is going to be a big contributing factor. Not Conley, Gasol, but Conley has been steady in the 40s, man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the last 10 games, Mike Conley has been in the 40s. So to pair those two up, I think is a very smart idea, especially when Tony Allen is not playing. These guys are going to have to increase the slack a little bit. All right. Goran Dragic is just hot right now, man. He's going against Phoenix, his old team, for one. The best matchup. He's at home. Last game, he shot 27%. That's not Dragic like. We're looking at Dragic 40, 50, 40%. He had another one against Orlando. So I guess every now and then he's due for those games. But the good news is he already got that game out the way. He already did that. So we can expect a big bounce back from him. He's the highest that I'm paying tonight. I think it's worth it. 6 times values, upper 40s and upper 40s. 2 out of the last 3 games. So I'm comfortable keeping Goran Dragic in my lineup for that reason. Gorgie Jang, people have been trying to encourage me to get rid of him. In 3 games against San Antonio, he's averaging 32.6 minutes, all right, which is 34 fantasy points. Next thing is, so there's been, I think, 3 games or 4 games, right? 4 games, I think. 3 to 4 games since B. Halixa went down. And since then, he's hit 6 times value for this price twice, right? Washington and New Orleans. This Miami game, similar to Goran Dragic, I think players are due a night when they just he went 0 for 7. He took 7 shots and made none of them. So he got that out the way. I don't see another one coming for another 5 games or so. And then even in the Boston game, he got 25, which is 5 times value. But with a good history against San Antonio and him being the only power forward, I think the minutes are going to be there. I think this game is going to be close. And I love Gorgie Jenkins. I think he double doubles with a couple blocks, a steal, some assists. I see him getting a lot of assists tonight as well. I see them feeding. Um, I wouldn't say assists. I can't swear on him getting assists. I'm getting carried away with the assists, but love Gorgie Jang. I'm not moving him. Etwan Moore and Solomon Hill. I'm doing a handcuff concept for those two. So about 8K for them combined. I think I just need anywhere in the 40s to be satisfied. Um, and they both have been in the 20s consistently, so I don't see why I won't be satisfied. 20s in the last 4 games for Etwan Moore. Um, this guy just went off for 30, so he's in the upper 20s into the 30s and the 50s. The 50 is fake, I get it. I don't think he's gonna get 3 steals every night, but I'm comfortable with upper 20s, low 30s. I think Solomon Hill and Etwan Moore is a good handcuff to each other. And Ricky Rubio, I remember he was winning us tournaments like crazy last week. And I said, as long as he's under 7.5K, I'm playing him. And I'm sticking to my word in a good matchup. In 3 games, averaging 37.5. He's averaging 6 times value. In the last 10 games, he's averaging 6 times value for his price. Why would you not play Ricky Rubio tonight? It's beyond me at home. Um, Wiggins is the guy that I'm worried about for tonight. So that's how I came up with my lineup. That's my spiel. If you're new to my show, I have a concept of 6 times value. So if you're spending $50,000 and you multiply that by 6, that's 300. Now, will all players hit 6 times value? Most likely no. But what happens is some players exceed it, some players fall short of it. It's going to create the system is going to create that your point total at the end of the night is going to be around the 600, the 300 mark. It might be 310, it might be 280, 275, but 275 is where we pretty much been living in the 280s a couple times. We did hit 300 last week. We did hit the 300 club last week. And I say that to say that 275 is going to get you in the green on every given night. I don't really play this game to take down tournaments. I think to take down a tournament, you either have to be a shark that enter a ton of lineups or get really lucky on any given night. And even my lineups could get lucky and all my guys go off. That this it's like gambling at a casino, man. Anything can happen. So that's my concept. I'm gonna go to the chat and start answering questions and giving suggestions. All right, guys. And I did get that contest invite. Before the slate starts, I'm gonna enter it. All right, I did get the invite for the contest that was created. What's up, everyone? Let's kill it tonight. Tim Hess is in the building. Let's get it. Knowledge is power. The more good ideas, the better. Most definitely. Them fools just threw BS picks just to throw people off. I don't think they honestly, I don't think they intentionally want to throw you off, but I think they have to go with the chalk. They have to it's like any sports analyst, right? They have to go based on what appears to be obvious for the night. And a lot of times it's deeper than that. You have to look at more than just that. Don't let the haters make you stop because this like knowledge key. Nah, the haters won't make me stop. But if I get more dislikes than likes, that means something. But I don't see that happening because I'm gonna win people a lot of money. Oh, Spencer Dinwiddie. After I get through these comments, I'm gonna speak on why I do not like Spencer Dinwiddie tonight. With Iggy out, do I like Matt Barnes? No. Um, Not only is Dallas a good defensive team, but they defend the wing very well. That's what they do best. So the forward spots, the bigs, and the are very difficult. Matt Barnes going up against, and I know Matt Barnes come off the bench, and he probably won't see Harrison Barnes. I just don't like I don't like the matchup for any of those. I'm staying away from that game altogether. I would say no Matt Barnes, but hey, I just like coming here to bounce ideas with you. We have similar thought process. Oh, Sway McThunder. You told me George Hill last night, and I'm not upset because 30 is decent for his price. He hit 5 times value. But I knew that Jeff Teague was the one to go with, and I don't know why I didn't just go with it. I felt it. Just like tonight, I like what's his name? I like a lot. I just said his name, Brandon Rush tonight. I like him a lot. I don't have the guts to put him in, but at the end of the night, I'm gonna be having another one of these speeches where I'm like, oh, why didn't I pick Brandon Rush? He hit 8 times value, but whatever. I'm not gonna do it though. I'm not putting him in my lineup. So what's up? Are we gonna get a contest going? The contest has been created. So I think if you leave your screen name, you're gonna get an invite. One of these guys made a contest. He considered Brook. I heard him mention Brook, but lineup construction, I think Gasol worked best. Oh, I love Brook tonight. Don't get me wrong. Love Brook. Brook Lopez. Let's take a look at Brook Lopez. Brook kills this team. The last time he had like 57 points against this team. Not only that, but all his games mid to upper 30s, 40s, 39, 35. Brook Lopez, go get him. Go get him. I just like Mark Gasol more. He has a higher upside, and the price of I mean, I could go Brook over like one of those guards that I have on the bottom spot, but why? I'm okay. I take the stack of Conley and Gasol. I could move Conley, get Brook in, and then have some money to play around. But I'm not changing my lineup in this live show. I already made that mistake, so nope. Love the 3 guard concept. Me too. Love the 3 guard concept tonight. I always like to play 2 centers because centers are due for big games almost every time, but I love the 3 guards tonight, man. Why did you pick James Johnson? Oh, yeah, I wanted to do him last. The reason is so he comes off the bench, and I don't like paying over 5K for bench players. I hate to do it, right? And he just had a big game, so I guess I'm chasing, right? But this matchup is the best matchup for him. They're fighting for a playoff spot, and Dion Waiters is out. Now Babbitt is a starter, and Babbitt gets less than 15 minutes a game. 17 teens. So James Johnson, um, I like James Johnson because if Dragic doesn't do super well, James Johnson is going to do super well. They both can do super well. I just like James Johnson tonight, man. I think he's a good staple. I don't want to move James Johnson. I don't have a real reason. I just like him a lot, and he might be the downfall of us going from 270 to 310. But I don't think I'm out the money because of James Johnson on any night. And his floor, and with Dion Waiters, he's been in the 30s and 40s. We just need mid 30s from him. I mean, 30s, 40s. So he's always 29 is about 5 times value. I don't think I will lose because of James Johnson. Not that I think he's gonna make me win, but I don't think I will lose with him. If that makes sense. All right. Um, what are you saying? Paul and Blake might sit. I'm not saying that they might sit, but they might be limited like they were last night. They didn't play their full minutes. They might get like 25 minutes apiece, especially if they jump out to an early lead with the schedule that they have coming up being so demanding. I'm nervous about playing anyone from that game. All right. Can you explain the James Johnson pick? Brook Lopez is the same price. Um, Now I like Brook Lopez more than James Johnson, but where am I gonna put Conley? I like Conley. I'm not trying to get rid of Conley. So in order to keep Conley, I had to get James Johnson. And now if I didn't like Conley so much, um I would definitely go Brook Lopez over James Johnson. But I don't have the lineup structure is not allowing me to do that. That would be a no-brainer. He starts and he's consistent. He's gonna be the focus point of the scoring. Love Brook Lopez over James Johnson. Yes, correct. But I need Conley tonight. And in order for me to have Conley, Dragic, and Rubio, I can't get Brook Lopez in. I'm not gonna take out Marc Gasol for Brook Lopez. So that's the concept with that one. All right. Yeah, Brook is much better. Absolutely. It's just that my lineup is not built to include Brook Lopez. If I was doing 2 lineups, Brook Lopez definitely in the second one. All right. Lopez versus Drummond. Lopez over Drummond for sure. Drummond is not gonna get as much rebounds tonight. I think Drummond rebound goes down. Lopez is in a good spot at home. I agree because I'm now reading the comments, but love Lopez, man. Trust me. If you saw my video from last night, you saw that I even considered Lopez until I started moving things around. Oh yeah, Dragic against Ulis. The guy is it's a rookie. He's going up against a rookie. Are you kidding me? I'm with you, Tim. Dinwiddie, I'm gonna get to as soon as I get through these comments. 4,200 for a guard. I would say do what I did. Stack. Let me see. 4,200. I was having that issue all day, man. I like to pay down for my two guards. My shooting guard, I like to pay down. Tony Parker will get you value, more times than not. Whenever he plays, Memphis, he didn't do too well, but mm, yeah, no Tony Parker. He doesn't fit my system. Tim Frazier, if he comes off the bench, I like him. Crabbe, Snell, Simmons, Ginobili. He just got rested the other day, right? So Ginobili. You can't get any more consistent than Ginobili, man. Ginobili's gonna get you 6 times value more times than not. What game you play at the casino? I play blackjack and play basic strategy and positive most of the times, if not always. I play blackjack and craps. So this is what I do. I go to the casino with I go with 10 times my bet, and my bet is normally $25. So I go with 20 times my bet. I go with $500, right? So I go to the blackjack table. Whenever I'm up like $200, I put that money away, and then sometimes I push it and see if I could come up some more. So if I get to like 250, I'll take that last $50 and go to the crap tables on my way to the door. My quota for the day at the casino is 200. And most days I win because a lot of people go there, they try to break bank. I do it like it's a job. So once I get to 200, that's a paycheck for me. And most days I get to 200 before I go broke. You know what I mean? So I get to 200 and I stop gambling. But sometimes I push it a little bit. So I get to like 250. I take that $50 to the craps table. And a lot of times that money double. Sometimes it goes away very quickly. But I love craps, but blackjack is my income. It has been for the past couple months. You think Vince? I'm not playing Vince Carter. He's 40 years old. He's not keeping up with today's. He has to. The other day he hit like 9 threes. He has to have a game like that to make me happy, and I'm not gonna put my money on it. Brogdon, um, he's okay for 5K though. I don't know about him. Uh, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say. I'm neutral about Brogdon. Spencer sucks. I agree. I love Berea too. Love Berea. Berea was shooting guard eligible. I'll play him, but he's not. But his stock is going up, so you want to buy in now that his price is low. All right. Golden State in a fast-paced matchup. That's what Berea likes. He's crafty. He'll get you assists. He'll score. Berea's in a good spot tonight. If you want to go stars and scrub, that's a scrub to get. Is Berea. I love Berea. Yeah, 2 weeks. I've become pretty popular on here, man. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. This channel is gonna blow up because my system mathematically is gonna get you in the green. And men lie, women lie, numbers do not lie. So unless there's like a lineup lock issue or a player that's like that's like saying if Harden goes off for 10 points then and I have him, then yes. Gasol is the better player than Conley, and Conley and Gasol don't really correlate. I looked at that playing both. Now, Conley, let me show you something. That's not a true statement because Conley has been in the 40s every game this week. I think it's like 1 or 2 games, right? 40, 48, 51, 43, 47, 46, 41, 46. So Conley's been there. And then Gasol is the one that's in and out. 32, 50, 48, 35, 19, 37, 35. So Gasol has been the one that's been in and out of the 40s. Conley's been there consistently. So don't get caught up into that. Conley is a good play, man. I like Gasol better tonight, but don't say Conley and him do not correlate. They're a good 2-man punch, and I like it tonight. James Johnson actually hasn't had. I'm not moving James Johnson. I got a good feeling about him, but I'm the least confident in him out of all my people. But I'm confident in all my people. I don't want to move James Johnson tonight. I like James Johnson. I think coming off the bench, if you come off the bench but you finish games, that speaks enough for me. You don't start, but you finish, and they're like the same. So he kind of starts. You know what I mean? It's not about starting the game. It's about finishing because fourth quarter is when these guys really go hard and get the most points. Most of the nights when I win money, at the end of the third quarter, I'm like, damn, my hand's on my chin. Then in the fourth quarter, I'm like, oh, wow. You know what I mean? Because so fourth quarter is when guys really pick up the game and go hard. And it's like it's a good strategy. You want to save your energy to the end. You don't want to get burned out in the beginning of the race, right? So if you're a marathon runner, you know that that last sprint is when you really want to go hard and shoot for the finish line. So um, I love both. Yeah, human paradox. You got it. They do correlate. I like both of them. Do I like Von Lee? I have Von Lee in my FanDuel lineup. Now, this is my FanDuel lineup. Take it with a grain of salt. I do not suggest that anyone play my FanDuel lineup because I'm not good at it. And I don't want to give you advice and you lose. But I've been practicing to get better and I've been working on it. So that's my FanDuel lineup. And Vonleh is in it. I love Vonleh. If you're going stars and scrub, you gotta have Vonleh. If you're gonna go stars and scrub, you gotta get Vonleh and JJ Barea. That's some good value that will open you up to get some big name players tonight. Um, Russell and Clarkson, it's like flipping a coin. One of them is gonna have a good night. I just don't want to get the wrong one, so I'm gonna stay away from it. Do I like Jimmy Butler? I never played Jimmy Butler. I don't think he's that good. Now, with that said, he's been hot. So yes. If you ask him for my advice, I would say yes. If you ask me if I'm gonna play him, no, I will not play Jimmy Butler. You most nights you won't see me consider Jimmy Butler into my lineup. Tim Frazier is starting again. I don't like Tim Frazier as a starter. I like him off the bench. Barea was hard to fit in, but I got him in one line. Exactly. Barea as a point guard with the other point guards that I love, I just can't I can't get to it today. I switched out James Johnson for Dirk or Wiggins or Barnes. All right. Now that's a good now Dirk. Out of these three, Dirk for James Johnson makes sense. But I'm just afraid of Dirk in this matchup. At his age, going back in these paces, running up and down, trying to keep up with Draymond. It's possible. Have they played? Let's see. How many minutes did he play against them the last time? 23 minutes. And that correlates with what I was saying. Before I even saw that, that's the first thing I thought. Is this 40-year-old going up with these guys? But Dirk can shoot, and they'll need his shooting tonight. So I think Dirk for James Johnson. If I had to pick out of Dirk, Wiggins, or Bonds, definitely not Wiggins. To put it in order, Dirk, Bonds, Wiggins. That's my suggestion. James have been balling. Yeah, I'm sticking to my Westbrook last night is the reason that I listened to your advice. Exactly. Two big name players that's consistent for doing well. One bust and one hit. So it's flipping a coin when you pick those big name players, man. JJ's a safer player than all of them. I like JJ tonight. It's just that him being a point guard is hard to fit into my lineup. So I'm staying away from JJ. But I love JJ tonight. Definitely get on that JJ, man. JJ is good. Whiteside, I like a lot. I like Whiteside a lot. He's just too expensive. How the heck did he get to like 9K for Whiteside? No. No, thank you. But if you're doing stars and scrub and you got Barea and Vonleh and you want a good solid center, Whiteside is the way to go. I think him. If I didn't pair Dragic and Conley and Gasol, I would have paired Dragic and Whiteside. All right. Love Whiteside tonight, personally. Um, I like Russell better than Clarkson. I like Clarkson better than Russell. Russell had a good game and he's very chalk tonight. They're gonna chase it, but Russell at the shooting guard. I mean, his shots have to fall, and they fell the other night. I don't know if they're gonna fall tonight, man. Clarkson is the constant and the variable. Clarkson already secured the starting spot. He's gonna be handling the ball. They pretty much gave him the keys to the offense. So I like Clarkson better than Russell, but that's just me. Russell have I can't even say that he has more upside because Clarkson went off the other day. But Russell is more likely to give you a higher upside, but Clarkson will give you consistency. So it depends on what you're trying to do with your lineup. I'm having a hard time finding a guard at 4,200. That's a safe play. Check out those New Orleans guys. How much is Solomon Hill, Etwan Moore? Well, Etwan Moore is pretty steady, man. Etwan Moore doesn't disappoint. Mess with Ginobili, Jamal Crawford, all good advice. Gabriel, good advice. Yeah, Harrison Barnes, revenge narrative. Yeah, good. I chased that last night and it didn't really work out too well for me. I'm not doing these narratives right now. I'm sticking to my system. My system is going to take me to the finish line today. Draymond gonna be defending Bonds, whatever. Whiteside was too hard to fit with the other. Exactly. Whiteside. The only reason I didn't get to Whiteside because I like Lopez, I like Gasol, I even like Allen Williams, but Whiteside is the most expensive out of all the centers that I like, so I had to stay away from him. Not strong ones, but still some good values out there. Love your thought about Clarkson over Russell. I agree. Russell's supposed to start. He is starting. They already said that he's starting, but I'm good. And I love Nurkic. If you saw my video last night, I had Nurkic in my original lineup with Dame Lillard. But hey Sway, if Russ is your favorite, go for it. But I took Nurkic and Lillard out because they're going against the Bucks. And I've been watching Bucks games and they get so weird, man. They get very weird. A lot of them are low scoring. Jason Kidd is playing mind games with his lineups, right? He's playing a lot of mind games with his lineups, and it's the teams that's coming in. They don't know how to really approach it. They like teams like to watch video and prepare, and it's hard to do that against this Bucks team. So let's look at their opponents. 92 points. The Lakers ran them and whatever. Clippers are known to score low. Memphis 93. Minnesota, who's been hot, 95. Indiana, 85. Knicks, 93. Philly, 98. Toronto, 98. They're keeping teams to very low scoring, and I don't think Damian Lillard got the green light to go off tonight. As far as Nurkic, yes, love Nurkic tonight. For 6,900, love Nurkic. I think Lillard is a little expensive. Why I don't love him, but Nurkic is in the 6Ks and he's what 40. 3 games of 40-point game back to back to back. So you can't go wrong with Nurkic. I just like Gasol better than Nurkic. I like Brook Lopez better than Nurkic. I like Hassan Whiteside better than Nurkic. I like Allen Williams, believe it or not, tonight better than Nurkic. So um, Valentine or Brogdon, I'll go Brogdon. I had Valentine in my lineup and I just hate him at this point. So EH03, I guarantee Conley bust tonight. Don't guarantee that. He messing with my money, man. Don't do that. I guarantee he doesn't. How about that? um. Oh, I'm gonna make my case against Dinwiddie. That's the next thing. Now, Dinwiddie is the chalk of the night. He's gonna get hit with that chalk curse. The last time a chalk did very well. I mean, last night Holmes was kind of chalk, but he's a center, and I don't mind getting on some center chalk. But Dinwiddie starting doesn't really impress me. All right, the last 2 games he played 30 minutes both games, for example. Right, he shot well in Dallas, had some assists. Dinwiddie doesn't is not even known for being a facilitator. So those 7 assists are fake. All right, I think 5 or less are more like it. New York, he had 6. I don't see him getting a lot of assists tonight. For one, for two, with Lynn out, the offense on the Nets are different. They're gonna be isolating Brook Lopez in the post a lot. There's not going to be a lot of ball movement. It's going to be a lot of those isolating Brook, and then when the bench squad comes in, that's when the ball is going to move around, and that's why I like Dinwiddie more. That's just my thought on this game process, right? But if you're looking now, if you're looking for upside, this advice wouldn't really help you. But if you're looking for someone who's been pretty steady for 6 to 7, 8 times value, give Randy Foye a look. All right, 20, 18, 20, 21. Randy Foye has been proven to be very stable. He scores, he assists, he rebounds, and he's been hitting value almost every game. So Randy Foye is my favorite play for stability, and my favorite upside guy tonight is Whitehead. And I'm guaranteeing that Whitehead has a better fantasy point night than Dinwiddie tonight. I'm guaranteeing that. Just like last night, we saw Cephalosha outdo those other guys. We're gonna see Whitehead outdo Dinwiddie tonight. I'm guaranteeing it. And at my video at midnight, I'm gonna talk about it. Um, yeah, so go for it, Sway. Sway and I, Sway feels like Nurkic is the play. I mean, I like Gasol better, but if you feel that way, I like to pair players that I think can really take me there and get me into the money. So Gasol and Conley, and then Dragic and James Johnson, Rubio and Jang, and then Eton Moore and Solomon Hill. So I got a pair game going on today. I'm pairing up players. Um, There was something else that I wanted to do. Oh, let me enter that contest so I don't forget. I know one of you guys just invited me into the DFS Simplified contest. There's only 5 people in there. It's all right. It's all good. Why not? I know that sometimes if it doesn't fill up, that they won't even run it. So I don't know how that works, but I'm in. Definitely entered into that contest. If Gasol and Nurkic was the same price, I would like Gasol. Okay, that makes sense. I could dig that. Um, if you have not subscribed to my show, just go ahead and do so. When you do subscribe, hit the bell so you get updates when I make my daily videos or when I go live. You'll get an update. And if you don't mind leaving some feedback, either give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. If you like what I'm saying, you like what I'm doing. If you've been winning money because of me, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like what I'm saying, you think that I suck and I should shut up, hit the thumbs down. I'm not a sucker for likes. I just want the feedback. The feedback is what I look for. Not it doesn't have to be positive. It has to be real, honest, and present for the feedback. Okay. I'm going. All right. Let me see what you guys been thinking. If Gasol and Nurkic, I saw that. Oh, okay. Change my lineup from yours to test my picking skills from your advice. It's a good idea, Gerald, and that's what most people probably should do. Can someone send me contest invite? Send out the contest invite. And it's there. Just search DFS. If you type DFS in the so you go to the main contest page, and then it's going to be a search button on the left hand side. Just search DFS. I think once you type in DFS, you're going to see DFS simplified, and then you can enter it. Dragic, Harrison Barnes, Jang. It's missing a player, West Side. I guess you're doing it so people don't copy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lopez, I like. Who's Hill? Oh, Solomon Hill is cool. Russell is cool. Nurkic, Jen, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I I guess I can show you how I search it. I don't use a cell phone. I use my computer. So here's the contest main page. If you click NBA on top, it's gonna take you to NBA contest. On the left, it says search contest, right? So you type in DFS. Oh, it's not coming up. I don't know why. That's how I find everybody else's contest. Maybe if you've typed simplified. Nope, it's not coming up. So whoever made it, I don't know if they made it private, invite only. That's probably something that they did. I don't know. I can't call it. I didn't make it. Um Poker Face. I don't know if you made it private. I don't know. So it's not searchable. I just try to search it. What else I wanted to touch on today? There was some other chalk going around that I wanted to touch on. Let's go back to our lineup and see what else we can help people with today. Um, oh, maybe if you put, let's see, if you put subscribers in the search thing, it might come up. Hold on, let's see. Subscribers, nope. So it might be private. Some other chalk today. Jimmy Butler is in a good spot. Um, it's just that um Damari Carroll plays decent defense, so be careful with that, right? In 2 games, averaging 41 minutes, he's averaging 60 fantasy points. So he loves this team. He loves this team. He's had 47, 47 in the last 2 games. That's not even 6 times value for his price. That's 5 times value, by the way. But if his floor is 5 times value and he got some 6 times value upside, I get it. Uh, it's just that he's inconsistent, man. He can land you into the 20s a lot, in the 30s a lot, and the Bulls suck. Toronto is going to key in on him, and they don't have anyone else to take the distract them away from him. I'm going to look at those games to see if Dwayne Wade played those games. Okay, Raptors versus Bulls. Check it out. Let's see who played and who didn't. That's another good way to kind of check it out, right? Um, what the heck did I do here? So the first game was on January 7th. It was a high scoring. It went into overtime. All right, that's the first thing. It went into overtime, so his point total could be fake. Be careful. And D Wade played. When D Wade plays, I like Butler more. Butler went off 42 points, 10 for 25, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. So this is a good game. Overtime. The second game, February 14th. Um, D Wade didn't play. And he didn't. I mean, so he had 5 steals. 5 steals is. I mean, he plays good defense. I like his defense better than his offense. But 5 steals is fake. I don't think he gets 5 steals tonight. 12 assists is 18. I think he can get a lot of assists. He's been facilitating the ball. So 18 and 19 is what, 37. So I think he's gonna be in like the low to mid 40s tonight, man. I don't love Jimmy Butler tonight. And if he goes off, more power to the guy. He's, you know what I mean, he's an all-star, right? He made the all-star team the other year. Oh, so it is private. That's why we can't search it. So add me as a friend. I'll send the invite. I have a good feeling about Jimmy Butler. Kawhi, I like better. If I'm gonna pay up, I'll go Kawhi over Jimmy Butler. Kawhi has similar history against his opposing team tonight. In 3 games, he's averaging 55. So a little more sample size. 3 games. And this game is going to be highly competitive. It's one of those type of games that I say I'll pay up. If it was a late game, which it is kind of, I will still pick players from this game because it's going to be highly competitive. Both teams are decent. I love Kawhi tonight. Love Kawhi more than I like Jimmy Butler. If I was going stars and scrub and I was playing Rubio and JJ, not Rubio. If I was playing JJ Barea and Vonleh, I would get Rubio. Not Rubio. I'll get Kawhi Leonard into my lineup tonight. Kawhi Leonard and Hassan Whiteside if I was going stars and scrubs. But every time I do stars and scrubs in these big tournament looking lineups, it never pays out. I always lose my money. I'm not doing that tonight. Again, players that I'm not playing, but I would advise on today is um the guy on Minnesota. Brandon Rush, I love a lot tonight. Love Brandon Rush. It was another guy that I said I'm not playing, but I really like. Brandon Rush, though, man, he's gonna surprise a lot of people today. And I'm predicting that Dinwiddie gets more than that guy. Not Dinwiddie. Whitehead gets more points than Dinwiddie. And I love Brandon Rush tonight. That's just my prediction. Ulis price is way too much, Gerald. If you're gonna get Ulis for that price, you got better options, bro. I mean, he's gonna be low owned for that price. But 7,300 for Ulis? Nah, I'm good. Not for that rookie, man. I don't pay up for rookies like that. Ginobili is cool. Hill is cool. Jang, Whiteside, Dragic, Nowitzki, Nurkic. I don't love it, but if you feel good about it, play it. Conley, Dinwiddie, Harris. Who's Harris? Tobias Harris? Love Tobias too. You know who else I love tonight? Yes, I just remembered. Marcus Morris, guys. Marcus Morris and Marcus Morris and Brandon Rush. I'm making a mental note. Marcus Morris, I'm going to type it. So if I forget, I could just come back to my video and remember. Marcus Morris and Brandon Rush are 2 players that I think are going to surprise the DFS community tonight. Marcus Morris is going to hit value. He never do not hit value in good matchups. The games that he struggles are bad. Whenever the matchup is good, Marcus Morris shows out. He's my favorite Morris brother, by the way. Feeling really good about today. Excited. How do you add his friend? I don't know how to do any of that stuff on DraftKings. I've never really messed with it. Only 7 people in the contest. It's free and for fun. That's cool. I just hope that they don't cancel it because it didn't fill up. You know what I mean? I don't know how that works. I know that if it's a paid contest, they'll cancel it if it doesn't fill up. But being that it's free, it should still go. I don't know. Put your name here and I'll send invite. I don't like Rush. Hey, Brandon Rush and Marcus are gonna be good. I love Foy. I don't think he has upside, but I think he'll get you 6 times value. So if you're a person that's just looking for value, if you're playing a cash lineup and you want to afford some other good players, Randy Foye is worth some consideration. I could have sworn his name was Markeith. His name is Marcus. Markeith plays for Washington. I don't like him. He's a hothead. I think the Marcus guy's a little more cool, down to earth, coachable, and successful. I like the Marcus brother better. Dragic, Brogdon, Tobias, Cat, Whiteside, Crawford, Ingram, and Nance. It's a little risky. The Ingram and Nance, that's a good pair. I like to pair those up, but Crawford, that's a lot of bench players. You got two bench players on your thing. I don't really like one bench player, much less the two. It's a little bit thing. All right, Brandon Rush is gonna hit 8 times value tonight. He's gonna be mid-20s. I'm telling you, man. I know. I watch these games, man. Brandon Rush is gonna hit mid-20s. I said that about Fareed last night, and Fareed just pooped. But Fareed did well in the other 2 games that I suggested him. So I'm not too upset. So I can be wrong. I'm human. But Brandon Rush tonight, I got a good feeling about him. Show your lineup. Definitely, I will right now. This is my lineup. Ricky Rubio, Etuan Moore, Solomon Hill, Gorgie Jang, Mark Gasol, Goran Dragic, James Johnson, Mike Conley. That's getting us into the green tonight. If you're in a 50-50, you can't lose with that. Let's see. Yeah, but I want to fit Cat and Whiteside. Why are you so excited about Cat? The Spurs are well coached, man. They're not gonna make Cat go hit 60 bomb on them. Has Cat ever hit 60 bombs against the Spurs? I don't know why you so big on Cat, but let's see. He needs 60 for 6 times value in 3 games. He's averaging mid-40s against this team, bro. The Spurs are not gonna let any one player dominate them like that. So expect 40s from all the good players. Expect 40s from Rubio. Expect 40s from Cat. Expect 30s from Jang. Expect 20s from Rush. And that's just my advice. I could be wrong. I'm human, but that's just how I feel. I just have a feeling of them. This is not the match. Yeah, Cat against a well-coached team. I would go against who's honestly. I like Paul Gasol and whoever starts at center. If it's Deadman, I like Deadman tonight. But Deadman is not really the type of player that exposes Cat. If David Lee starts, I like Paul Gasol a lot. I like Pau Gasol, and I like David Lee off the bench. The price is just too expensive for me to get to them, but I like them both. Yes, other than Booker and Barbosa starting, nothing alarming. Listen, Cat's not outscoring everyone. Brandon Rush is going to be the surprising factor in that game, in my opinion. But hey, we got 2 minutes before lock. I'm just gonna say thank you for all the loyal folks. Tim Hess, Sway McThunder, Gabriel, Jason, EH03. Me and him go back and forth. Sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't. Mamba, shout out to Mamba. Gerald Lease, daily he comes on here and he has something to contribute. I want to just shout out all my loyal guy, Jeffrey, Gabriel Santana. Love these guys, man. Love these guys. Shout out to all you guys. Human Paradox, shout out to you. He was shouting me out in the Roto chat site today, so I'm showing my appreciation for that. Shout out to you. Ali Bean, shout out to you. Shout out to all you guys, man. We're forming a nice community and we're forming a winning culture. So good luck to everybody. I'm gonna get out of here. I think we're in the green today. I got a good feeling about it. I don't think it's a 300-point night, but 275 again, I think is very possible. Mr. 16, shout out to you. And I'm signing out, guys. I'm out. I'm officially getting off of here.